Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reacts, Reviews and Off Times Reminiscences. Today we're going to do a bliss from the past, as my mate Dickie would say it, and the adverts from way back when. The adverts are a band I liked a lot around the first album. My musical preferences got more extreme as time went by, and they didn't. But the first album was cracker, and they had some cracking singles from it. Gary Gilmore's Eyes is one that everybody tends to do. I won't. I'll do one I prefer, on balance, a tiny bit more. No Time to Be 21. Just a warning for you all that are watching. The beginning of this video contains images you may find upsetting.
Beautiful Rose Royce there, Wishing on a Star. That's going to be my favourite at the moment. At number 26. This is something we don't normally do on BBC television.
Stop.
Have a break for adverts now, and they've got No Time to Be 21.
Life's short, don't make a mess of it. To the end of the earth, you look for sense in it. No chances, no plans. I smash the windows of my box. I'll be a madman. It's no time to be 21. To be anyone. Hold back, see what you miss of it. Out of the shadows, into the thick of it.
So I've been meaning to do an adverts reaction review reminisce, as the case may be, for some time, and I never got really around to it. Don't know really why, but what prompted me to do it was something popped up on YouTube a week or so ago, which was an interview with Gay Advert. Normally I don't do interviews because they don't interest me at all, but curiosity got the better of me, and I did have I started to watch it, and the fact she's wearing a Behexen t-shirt meant that I was intrigued, and so I listened to all of it. That's what's prompted me to do this reaction review reminisce. Always struck me as there were two aspects to the adverts musically. There was the drummer and the guitarist who were perfectly competent, and Gay Advert, who played the bass as if it was falling apart at the seams, and you know that she might have been dragged in off the street and just given it and said, "Play this." Now I suppose it is to her credit that it worked perfectly well with the rest of their sound, and I don't know, it's might be being unkind, but it did sound to me like it was glue and string and sellotape that held her bass guitar playing together, but it worked, and so and that, bear in mind, this is punk rock, and it was all about having a go. I'm not going to have a go at the fact that her bass did seem so simple. It might have been artifice and that she could actually play very, very well, but nonetheless, it was falling apart as you listen to it. Oh, that little bass solo there reminds me of I've watched Devin Townsend doing Kingdom as reacted to that, and he does have a bit in the middle where he over-eggs his guitar solo, and it, you know, you are, and they're all imagining something quite intricate and mind-blowing to come out of that guitar solo, and it ends up, as you all probably know, it ends up being very basic and simplistic, much like that bass solo, which it just brought to mind that particular Devon Townsend song there. But although these weren't the heaviest, if you want to use that term, or most raucous of punk rock bands, they had the energy, and there's a hint of the frantic about them. One of the things about this video that when you look at it, looking back, whether it was by accident or design, there's very little camera work on Gay Advert. Now whether that was insisted by the band or whether the producer or whatever you did it that way, it worked quite well, because I used to read interviews in Melody Maker and New Music Express back in the day. I can't remember any. I'm sure there were some I must have read that came from the adverts, but I don't remember them. And it did sort of give you the hint of the enigmatic being kept in the background there. And I don't know, it's this video about Gay Advert. Because obviously Adverts were a band, and a very good one at that. But I have to say that amongst all the posters I had as a young teenage boy, and here I'd have been 13, would I? Yeah, 13, I think. Gay Advert is the only poster of a female musician I ever had, to be honest. Didn't have Susie Banshee, didn't have Debbie Harry or anybody like that. They were all band posters, and she was the only one. And I mean, I wouldn't even call it a teenage crush, to be honest. It was just the image of a panda-eyed rock musician that drew me to it. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, but yeah, the Adverts were a great band, and I think when I first heard him, I can't remember now whether it was Gary Gilmore's Eyes on Top of the Pops, which is, for those of you who don't know, this is Top of the Pops from the UK, or whether it was me when I bought the one of the Roxy albums. I can't remember now. It was a long time ago, and I was too young to listen to the Gold Grey Whistle Test, and when I was 13, I wasn't allowed to watch it. So I wasn't allowed, it just never happened.
His hand gets better.
Oh dear, Tony Blackburn. Anyway, yes, always interested to watch old Top of the Pops audiences when a band like that is playing. You had a solo pogo there, which just drew an even greater contrast to the rest of the audience trying to think about how they're gonna dance to it. There's quite a few sort of a performance on Top of the Pops back in the day which left the audience totally flummoxed. The Exploited doing Dead Cities was a favourite, and when Motorhead were on, they usually threw the audience as well. But anyway, so yes, nice little reminisce there. I still like that song to this day, even though I'm into far heavier and more intense stuff now. But it hit the spot when I was a youth. Interestingly, I've sort of progressed from punk rock over the years through various other musics into my favourite genre being black metal. And watching the gay advert interview, I was struck by the fact that she's gone down a very similar route. She's into very much into the black metal music nowadays. Perhaps ironic given her makeup back in the day. It wasn't corpse paint, but those panda eyes maybe hinted at where she may end up one day. Yes, very quiet and reserved lady she appears to be. And the singer, TV Smith, is still going now. He does a lot of, from what I gather, he does a lot of acoustic adverts stuff. But I saw a YouTube on video a week or so ago, which I think indicates to me that he is touring with a proper live electric band now, because most of the gigs he was doing, I believe, were solo sort of things. But he's still putting it out there. So, yes, good stuff. Anyway, clicky bollocks. Catch you all next time. Cheerio.